Let's jump to the war here, and today we've got a saving and disaster battle playing as the war host of Tsar, going up against Greasus Goldtooth, where we've got essentially a Gordar's Backstabber Doomstack with a whole bunch of Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders. Now I actually highly approve of this army. This is really cost effective, but it's not great against going up against particularly strong opponents. Now, Greasus himself is not that big of a deal, but the Iron Guts are because they've got a lot of armor piercing. So this is a really cost-effective army, really cheap. Doesn't require any armaments because it's not using up any unit caps. You can replace this really quickly with like pretty much full veterancy. Gordas can eventually make these guys essentially free upkeep, and you can get a ton of ammunition on these guys. But sometimes they can just get a little bit overworked. It's not a kind of army that can take out 2 full stacks easily. Anyway, let's jump in here and see what we can do. And I'll read out the email. So he says, I've just made a Goblin Wolf Archer stack, and I thought I could send this army to deal with the last of Greasus' settlements, but the massive ogres have given me a big problem, and I've tried this battle 6 times. But every time I fight it, a couple sets of Wolf Archers will get bogged down. Please help, Legend. You're my last hope. Okay. Also, another thing is that I definitely recognize that the last few videos have been particularly laggy. I'm not sure why that happened. It kind of just happened all of a sudden. I didn't change any of my settings. But I've gone through and tried to optimize my video encoding as much as possible. Because I didn't notice it because when I was playing the game, I'm not playing with much lag. You know, a few lag spikes here and there, but nothing major. But obviously the videos were hugely laggy. So something was definitely going wrong there. So I've gone through and optimized it about as much as I possibly can. I don't think it's possible for me to get it to be running like perfectly smooth. But it should be a lot better now. But we'll just have to wait and see. It's going to be something that I'm going to have to tweak here and there to get to be the best it can be. Alright, so what we want to do with these units is bring them around the back here. Right? Because they're stalking and we've got the Vanguard deployment. And this map sucks, right? A lot of it is obstructed. And this kind of army here really benefits from having a lot of open space, not too many trees because they block your shots. And this army here can go quite wide and make it very difficult to maneuver around them. So what we want to do is wait for Greasus to advance forward a little bit first. That'll give us more room to skirmish, knock out a few units so we can actually get around them. And also the back of this map here has more open space than our starting area. Now, that's just a rank 1 Lord. He's not going to provide that much value at this point. But if we put him in a corner, he can manage to maybe beat a couple of units. Just depends what they send at him. So we just wait until they get a bit of distance over there. Also, if we can isolate and kill Greasus, that'd be really good. We gotta be careful. They sometimes leave some units in the forest because they're like searching for it, and they've also got stalking units of their own. Hidden units are revealed. Yeah, oh, there it is. There they are. Hang on. That's okay. Look how far back they ran. And there's just a unit of Ogre Bulls, not a big deal here. Let's try to wipe this unit out and then hide again. Alright, I'm going to need Gordas to get detected and move around the other side of their army. Okay, this summon's pretty good against the Noblar Trappers. Okay, I need this guy to get detected because we need to bring him up. Because yeah, it's going to be very difficult to maneuver around these guys. The army is just really wide. Try to take out a couple of units first. Okay, now cease fire and run back over here and hide. Hopefully we can get their army to move in this direction, buying us a bit more time to skirmish. Because we don't want to be going into melee. These guys here don't have anywhere near the stats that can handle some ogres. But we want to use up our ammunition first. Take them off fire at will so that they're able to stalk. Just got to get a bit of distance from them. And they should forget that we even exist. for the most part. But I'm going to need Gordaz to get their attention. He needs to come out of Stalk. This guy here is visible now. It's going to be very difficult to get around this. I've got to turn them around. Okay, that worked. Kind of. Well, I got detected. But, there we go. It worked. It worked. Turn them around. So wait until they get back over here, and then we have another bit of a skirmish. So that unit there is probably going to shatter at some point. We don't need to run the units down because we're actually attacking them. And this is a settlement siege. So if we win the battle, they all get wiped out. That's it. Just wait until they go a little bit more over that way. And if we can get to Greasus, that'll be even better because knocking down these guys' leadership is going to be really valuable in this battle. Because ogres don't have amazing leadership, and getting a -10 leadership penalty on top of that is going to really help us out. It's also on very hard battle difficulty, which it's not going to make a huge difference what battle difficulty you're on when you're mostly using missile units, but when it comes to leadership, it definitely does make a difference. Okay, don't charge at him just yet. Keep luring these guys over, because Greasus is the slowest unit in the army. He's getting nice and isolated. And that's why it doesn't pay to be a fat piece of crap. Early ginger fat phobic. Look, it's totally fine to be fat. I'm saying it's not going to be a fat piece of crap. Okay? You take Grom the Porch. He's not a fat piece of crap. He's just fat. There we go. So you really want to make use of the stalking ability here. Okay, get in relatively close and let's fire on him. Because we don't want to miss. Although how can we miss? Look how fat he is. And he goes down real quick because he doesn't have that much armor. He does have some missile resistance, but yeah, he goes down way quicker than an Iron Gut unit against this. He was actually the easiest unit to deal with in this army. No, why the fuck do you do that shit? Why do you have to overkill it? Okay, that is a big advantage that we've just gained there. They're still sending unit to go and fight our Overseer here. That's great, because he can handle it. But you want to put his back against the wall so they can't surround him. Okay, we don't want to be dealing with Noblar Trappers. Try to stay away from them. Problem is I can't see where they are most of the time. And we just skirmish them for a little bit until we need to hide again and try to get them to run back. Yeah, sending a few units up this way. Gordaz can come in and help him out once the fighting starts. Good. Okay, that's looking good there. Don't want to go too wide. These guys can shoot over each other's heads fairly easily. I don't want to be shooting through these fucking trees. Look how many shots get wasted. Still got plenty of ammo. Oh, look at that. They're actually turning back around. They're not interested in our lord over here. Also, their army's starting to get tired. And with every unit that we take out, it's going to be a lot easier to run circles around them. And that's what this army needs to do. And this map doesn't allow us to do it very easily. I'm going to try to be a bit more responsive. Alright, I need to cease fire again. Got to give them enough time to actually get away and stalk. I need them to run back over that way. Because we're not quite at a stage yet where I can run around them. They're still taking up too much space. Just wait for them all to stalk again. Okay, I need... Oh, crap. Okay, there we go, there we go. Good. It's just a little bit of a delay reaction, that's all. Get back over there. Good. Good. Oh, that's great. Yep, and they're running as well. Get nice and tired. Good. And we'll come back over there. Thing is, the AI actually has everything that they need here. Maybe not anymore, but at the start of this battle, to win this battle, all they had to do is find out where we were, go wide, and just block off our way around them and just charge at us, steamrollers. We don't have enough firing rate to kill them quickly enough to break through, and these guys are not good enough in melee against them to triumph. So they absolutely could have won, and in the hands of a player, they would have been able to do it. But that's why the AI gets cheats, because it's not smart. It doesn't know what to do in these sort of situations. They're not programmed for it. I'd rather not shoot at them, but that's what's behind here, and they're kind of causing me problems. So I guess I will shoot at them then. Still got these though. It's good that they're spreading out long-wise rather than wide-wise. Okay, I don't really want to shoot at broken units. I don't want to be shooting at fucking Noblars. Okay, let's cease fire again. Let's maybe come around over here and take out this flank. How about you continue to run that down? You're getting a bit close to these. No, back off. Let me run over here. Because another thing that makes this army particularly good is if you can manage to win the battle by just using up your ammo, you can fight multiple battles a turn. You keep replenishing your ammo. Yeah. And come away unscathed. That's one of the big problems with melee focused on, especially melee infantry. They're just not really capable of fighting multiple battles a turn. Which on higher difficulties is pretty important. I want to be shooting at the ogres, not this crap here. Alright, how about we move you down, go after that ogre bull. It's still too wide for me to maneuver around. Oh, maybe I can maneuver around it. Maybe. Yeah, I actually think I can maneuver around it. Back off, back off. We got these ones chasing us as well. Ah, crap. Well, shit, we gotta try it now anyway. Let's go. Get around them. No, I didn't want Gordar's fighting. Luckily, he's small enough that he can slip away pretty easily. Ooh, did a bit of damage, but luckily no casualties yet. Because, yeah, these sort of obstructions make it difficult for me to get around them. I don't know when else to use it, because most of the other Noblar units are gone. And since these guys are in the forest, they're going to lose some of their melee attack. And Gordar's, you're not great in the forest either, but just go for it anyway. Good, looks like we're able to maneuver around them. Good. Yeah, these ones here don't do great against ogre bulls. They're actually staying in the fight a little bit longer than I thought they would. Oh shit, actually broke one of their units. Nice. Good. Yeah, Gordas, run that fucker down. Just forget about that one. Alright, cease firing because we don't want to be hitting trees. Not ideal. Ah, crap, leaving that one there. I have to go even wider around them. But so far, things are looking real good. I don't think we've taken a single... No, I think we have taken a casualty or two. Hard to say, those are summons that they got kills on. Good. With every unit that we clear out, it gets a lot easier to maneuver around them. Taking this army out to the desert, I reckon, is the best thing for them. Because, yeah, those maps have, like, no trees, hardly any obstructions, relatively flat terrain. Just really good for them. That's what you want. Because like in earlier Total War games like Rome 1, Medieval 2, even Shogun 2, the maps were a lot bigger, and big maps make it a lot better for high maneuverability armies to get around, or high maneuverability units to get around enemy armies. Whereas because Warhammer and Troy, for example, have really small maps, the enemy army can just deploy from one side of the map to the other, making it fucking impossible to flank. Obviously, it's not really an issue with multiplayer battles when each side only has like 10 to 15 units. They're not actually using full stacks. But in campaign, when you routinely have 2 full stacks fighting each other, cavalry armies, or cavalry in those armies, become increasingly less effective in those scenarios. Okay, don't want to be shooting in these trees. We've almost used up all of our ammo. Take that out there. But there's really not that much left. This guy here, nobody went to go and fight him. Okay, I'm going to put this one in control group 3. It's used up all of its ammo. And I need to put it somewhere just to keep it out of the way for now. Did that do much damage? No. Nowhere near as good as the second one that we used. Okay. Okay, shoot the ogre bulls. Don't waste your ammo on the noblars. Oh, those iron guts. Okay, that's fine. We have Gordars lock them in place. These guys here shoot. Okay. I'm really not sure if we're going to inflict the army losses before we use up all of our ammo, so at some point we're probably going to have to go into melee. I was actually hoping they'd send a unit over this way, but they just haven't done that. They're probably not going to do it now. But yeah, we're able to maneuver around them. They're just not wide enough now. Okay. But yeah, we're starting to run out of ammo big time. That being said, they're running out of troops. And we should be able to just charge in melee now and win. But of course, I'd like to win with minimal damage. That's always ideal. Alright, let's bring him in as well. If we're going to go into melee, he should fight as well, because he's got pretty good combat stats, even at a rank 1 lord. Okay, that's good. Get them back. Okay, Gorda's taking a little bit of damage. I think he's deserved a little bit of a break now. Good, our guys are still nice and fresh. I think that at rank 7 and above, you get quite a lot of fatigue resistance, so that's giving us an advantage over these guys here. We just don't get tired. So if you've ever gone up against an opponent, this is especially true in Warhammer 2, that had loads of experience, and you tried to make them exhausted, it can be very difficult to do that. Okay, don't shoot now. Okay. Okay, these isolated units over here, I reckon we can break them quite easily. If we send tons of units to go and fight one of them, they might do a little bit of damage to us, but we're likely to break them quite easily. One of the best ways of breaking enemy armies is just doing the units one at a time, because of the faster, stronger enemies penalty, which is one of the most potent morale penalties you can inflict on the enemy. And that simply just means, oh man, I'm outnumbered in this area. Okay, this terrain's not great for us. Bring them over here. So I don't want to be shooting when there's a possibility of hitting trees. It's just a waste of ammo. Wait for it. About to break him. And these will end up doing... well, they must have fought a summon. But yeah, we break him quite easily there. Okay, I think we're getting pretty close to army losses. And that really helps, because that didn't cost us any balance of power. Whereas every time we shoot a volley, we're losing some balance of power. We just hope that we're costing them more than it's costing us, which I think that we are. I reckon the army losses at any moment. They got so many damaged units. We just got to deliver that final blow. That's it. Try to run them down. Until they're shattered, they're still worth some balance of power. Good. Almost out of ammo though. Ah, damn it, this one recovered. Alright, shoot whatever you want. Last few volleys. I was really hoping to inflict the army losses before we ran out of ammo, but we just didn't have enough. Okay, how are we going to do this? We only need to break a couple of units to make the army losses happen, I think. And I reckon over here is probably the best call. Let's do that. Let's get our guys over here. Charge into this. I think we can cause the army losses. Keep a few units over this way. Just send him into combat. Keep a few of them bogged down. But yeah, we are completely out of ammo now. See, this is where the more enemies that you go up against, the harder it is for this one to overcome them. At least cleanly. Because you don't get that extra ammo to deal with the extra troops. here we go. Okay, break him, and oh, I knew it. I knew that they were close to army losses. Cool. Just needed one last little push. If only we had a little bit more ammo, we would have been able to win it without having to charge into melee. Don't need to run them down because they're stuck inside of a settlement. And we took 4 casualties. 4 too many, if you ask me. So yeah, this is the kind of army that you can get really good results out of, but you really got to work hard at it if you go up against an opponent that... and this wasn't exactly the strongest of enemies either. But try to avoid going up against armored enemies and loads of small single entities with shields, because they're not going to be able to cope. Also, this army hasn't reached its full potential yet, because this Lord is only rank 1. He hasn't done any boosting of this guy. We're only getting the boost from Gordaz, and I don't think Gordaz is at max level either. Also, this isn't a Rate Your Doomstack video. Alright, I don't know which one he wants out of these, so I'm just going to sack it.
You gotta pay.
Because, yeah, he's still got enough movement to be able to occupy or... well, occupy as a factory or whatever. So let's have a look at what more he can do. So he's got the shoot 'em, so that's providing 50% extra ammunition for Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders. So I think their base ammunition is 20, so that's giving them an additional 10. So he can still give them 9 extra melee defense, 25% extra missile resistance. You can get an additional 20% speed because he's already got 10% there, and extra charge bonus. All of this will just make Gordaz stronger. It's good that you got the sneaky there. That was really important. That was vital for this battle. Replenish troops for replenishment. And if we have a look at this one, the Overseer was the right call. You want the Brutal Disciplinarian trait over here to get Harsh Master, which reduces their upkeep cost by an additional 15% and gives them extra leadership. Then you've got Firing Drills over here. 3 points into that'll give you 20% extra ammo, so that should mean 4 extra shots and extra 12% missile strength. And then over here at Lucky Lackeys, you get extra speed, extra melee attack, extra missile strength, and extra ward save for them. So you can really boost these units by an absolute ton. And having a look at them, they're only costing 106 each at the moment, because where is it that... yeah, he's reducing the upkeep cost by 20% for all units in the army. And you've also got this skill over here to reduce it by even further. And if you've managed to get any wine, which I doubt at this stage, there's not exactly tons in this area. Wine resources will reduce the upkeep cost of Hobgoblin units by 3%. Yeah, no, you haven't got any wine resources yet. So you can essentially make these really quite dirt cheap throughout the course of your campaign. So it gets more and more efficient as you go along. And, of course, not using up unit caps is a bonus. And also, if you absolutely needed to replace them, going into global recruitment, we can see here that we can recruit them in one turn. It's not overly expensive. You can get that cost down a little bit more by getting skills like Serve or Die. That'll help a little bit. Get that extra recruit rank up. And you can eventually get more global recruit slots as well. So replacing this army is very easy. So that's why I really like this army. It's very cost effective when you're not rolling around in armaments and building massive doom stacks everywhere. But later on in the campaign, you don't really need it. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you. And we'll see you next time. Hopefully this video wasn't too laggy. Bye.